Last match of this penultimate day of the competition. Men's singles quarterfinals match coming up from Czech Republic. On the left, this man, Pavel SIRUCEK. And he's playing against Masato SHIONO from Japan. Pavel SIRUCEK in the red shirt here, getting last-minute advice from his coach, upholding the Czech flag in this tournament, the last Czech player remaining. Very good performance of him already, reaching the quarterfinals. Very young player at 20 years, also competing in the under-21 event. And here is Masato SHIONO playing, finally I should say, in the Japanese jersey. Man who came out of nowhere, still remember that very vividly in the Japan Open 2013, just a few months ago, where he entered through the qualifying round, had to pay his own entry fee even. Wasn't part of the Japanese national team at all. What a success story for him. He won the Japan Open, beating 3 top 10 players in the world in the process. Known to very few table tennis experts at all, unknown to most fans. And here in Czech, he has shown what he's capable of. Already advanced to the quarterfinal stage in an impressive manner as well, beating Kirill Skachkov in the round of 16, 4-1. Another installment of attack versus defense. Round of 32, another Russian player here, Grigory Vaslov. 4-1 as well for Masato SHIONO. Needless to say, he's on a roll. And let's see if he can continue this. Pavel SIRUCEK in the picture, 20 years old, world ranked at 108 at the moment. Runner-up in the European Youth Championships 2010. Most of his successes in the youth as well. Won the World Tour Junior events 2009 in Spain and 2010 in Sweden, Austria and Spain as well. Still a bright future ahead of him, I'm sure. Beat Liam Pitchford 4-2 in the round of 16 here. And he's about to start. Masato SHIONO, the 27-year-old player, world ranked at 85, begins this best-of-7 match. Older table tennis fans, of course, remember Koi Matsushita, the Japanese defender. What SHIONO is playing reminds us a bit of that, although much improved attacking topspins compared to the table tennis legend from Japan. Let me just reiterate that this is his 3rd international tournament that he plays at all. Good serve. Difficult to read for Pavel SIRUCEK. Serve called a dead serve with no spin. Always difficult to judge. You need to watch the ball very closely at the serve. See if it rotates or not. Most players just watch the body of the opponent. Does the shoulder move towards the ball? All these things play a factor. Pavel SIRUCEK, of course, supported by the crowd in Olomouc. Fantastic, really. I thought that rally was over when the ball clipped the net. Somehow SIRUCEK reached that in time. Managed to do quite nicely with the succeeding topspin, but look at Masato SHIONO coming back into the rally. Playing that around the net. Nice reaction. SIRUCEK around the net, that he can do as well. Straight down the line. And what separates Masato SHIONO from most defensive players is, although he uses the pimples rubber on the backhand, he still can produce a lot of spin on the first chop. We see that here perfectly. Most of the time, defensive players wait for the opponent to open up the rally, as they say, with the first topspin. He's able to produce pressure right away. And he has these weird variations where there's sometimes no spin at all on the chop, posing quite a few questions to Pavel SIRUCEK, faced with 4 game points. He takes the first one, 11-6. Masato SHIONO already in the lead, 1-0.
jsem nezažil ani jeden. Dobrý, to nevadí. Ale máš na mě, to jde s ním rád. Vím. Jde. Jenom musíš dát bacha na ty čopy tím černým, jo? Abys to poznal. Pojď.
Here we go, second game commencing. Pavel SIRUCEK. I've commented on this earlier. It's quite a constant with Eastern European players. Very focused on his backhand. Good technique. That is the shot he likes to use the most. There it was once again, forehand chop. Masato SHIONO, no spin. And even a smile on his face, Pavel SIRUCEK. Nice thing to see off the table. Most coaches and some of the players still remaining in the hall watching this very game here. After Masato SHIONO won the Japan Open, he appeared on the radars of most coaches. Some of them have never heard of him before. Now he's a name to be remembered, and he's quite thoroughly studied at the moment. Good serve, long serve down the line. Again, no spin. So-called float serve. This one, heavy backspin. So difficult to predict what he's going to do next. And if you look at him, so much energy as well. Good reaction, Pavel SIRUCEK. Made it look easy. Believe me, it is not. Fantastic. Even the top spins he plays on the forehand side, so much quality. That is not an easy topspin to block back to the table. Doesn't need to rely on speed. There's so much spin on the ball. More than makes up for it. 9-3. Incredible. Not only did he reach that, not only did he play a topspin on it, but he also played it against the direction that SIRUCEK was moving. 10-3. And it now is 11-3, 2-0. That game taking about 4 minutes. Third game, ladies and gentlemen, continuing right where the second left off. Very good. Here we have another candidate for rally of the tournament. That net court coming up should have been enough, but that got back to the table somehow and allowed for Masato SHIONO to get into attack mode. He's already leading 3-0. Not only is it the chops that come back to the table, it is mostly these dead shots, these no-spin chops that pose the problem here for Pavel SIRUCEK. Not only do you need a good eye to read that correctly, you also need a lot of experience to deal with it. And that is something you cannot expect a 20-year-old player to have. Although you can see that in his facial expressions, he is having fun here, and why shouldn't he? He's at the quarterfinals in his home country, playing a good match against a fantastic opponent. And that is not possible. So, I know that from my own experience, it's very hard to learn against defensive players that you cannot smash that chop, though as much as you want to. Eight-6. This game a bit closer than the previous two. Still, Masato SHIONO in the lead. And it is now or never for Pavel SIRUCEK to stage a comeback. He's doing a fine job, 8-all. To 8. Just when you think this was on equal terms, he takes off once again. Masato SHIONO, 2 game points for him. (11-8). 3 fast points in a row for the Japanese player. He's leading 3 games to 0.
Dávej si tam když to hraje softem, když tam je čop, tak
já
musíš
vím, já to
podržet.
dám, ale...
Ne, ještě to musíš podržet.
Minule jsem to s tím softem a 2krát jsem to zahrál, ty vole.
Ale podrž to, a dej třeba i backendem po lajně. Já potřebuji víc, ať liney hraješ. Když jsi zahrál 2krát lineu, tak jsi to zahrál. Bacha, ty si dáš prázdný do trávy a potom ti to uletí 2 metry, protože to je jasné, že potom si dáš... Potom si dáš...
To není 2 metry, to je kousíček.
Bacha, když on udělá jenom... Když dáš bombu a udělá jenom takhle, tak je náraz. Když projede tu ruku, tak je tam čop.
Ne vždycky, ale...
Dávej na to bacha, ale. Tady na to. A lineu chci vidět víc.
Words of wisdom from the Czech coach. Did understand all but nothing of that, but one thing was pretty clear to me. Advising his player to play a bit slower, not as fast. Don't play bombs, as the coach put it. That seems to be the case, though, really. Needs to slow down the tempo. Needs to move Masato SHIONO into position to execute with a fast shot. These heavy topspins don't work at all against the Japanese player. That, of course, is so easy said from up here. Looks very different if you're a player down in the box. Timeout forced from the Czech player. Could call that the emergency break. It is now or never to turn this match around. Maybe just looking at the body language of the gestures
Ale
here.
ne,
It seems
dobrá,
that
tam chodí
Pavel
pořád na
SIRUCEK
kříži,
has
když
his
dáš lineu, to je
own
to OK,
ideas
ale musíš
about
vidět, co tam
what he
dává.
wants to do in
Jo?
this match.
Jo,
Let's hope those are the right
Co tam dá
ideas.
tady na to? Pojď, zkus to.
First point was about time too. Finally he scores with a fast topspin the way he wants to, but look at what cost here. Masato SHIONO, not the tallest player on the planet, still able to reach that due to his fast legs. Those are really incredibly fast. Luck on his side this time, 4-3. (6-4), crucial point for Masato SHIONO. You can see that in his body language as well. He's clenching his fist. He knows that was very, very important to be in the lead, 2 points. Make that 3, and now we're running into danger of Pavel SIRUCEK losing all hope in his game. And he's not playing a bad game too. I'm sure he knows that, but to be honest, to see that he's kind of outclassed at the moment. As I've said, he's only 20 years old. There's still much to learn for him, and I'm sure he's on the right track. Seems that it's not enough to overcome Masato SHIONO at this point. And these fast topspins really are not working at all. (10-5). Match points for Masato SHIONO. So we do have indeed 2 defensive players in the semi-finals. Masato SHIONO in this very moment wins against Pavel SIRUCEK, who's put up a good fight throughout the match. 4-0 nonetheless for the Japanese player, 11-6, 11-3, 11-8 and 11-5. 4-0 we see here on screen. That is semi-finals for the Czech Open 2013 are set. And that concludes our broadcast for tonight, for the penultimate day of this tournament. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be having all the semi-finals and all the finals of the Czech Open 2013. My name is Sebastian Heil, wishing you a good night. Tune in again tomorrow.